And defense attorney Evangeline Gomez joins us now. Evangeline, thanks for being with us.
You're very welcome.
Were you surprised at all by the grand jury's decision?
I was not at all surprised by this decision, given the public information that had come out. Prosecutor McGinty made a decision here that he wanted to present the two reports that were commissioned by his office and also the defense expert report in the situation and other statements by the two police officers. So I think myself and other people who are watching this case, the people of Cleveland, knew that this jury was not going to indict this officer.
I think the prosecutor called it a perfect storm of human error. But his handling of the case has been criticized, particularly by Tamir Rice's family. I think his mother said that he deliberately sabotaged the case. And given, this idea that that it's a very low burden of proof, we've heard the line before. Right, we've heard the line before. You can indict a ham sandwich, right? We've heard that before. I mean, what do you think? What's your take on the criticism that he's receiving?
Well, the criticism here stems from the fact that they think the prosecutor didn't advocate for the police officers to be indicted, which is typically what happens when you have civilians who are not police officers. So that's one of the criticisms. And also the criticism that the police officers gave sworn statements, yet under the U.S. Constitution, if you give a sworn statement, you take an oath, you are to be subject to cross-examination. And apparently that did not occur here. So these are the criticisms that the family has, and you can understand these criticisms. The issue here is not so much in the grand jury process. Myself as an attorney, I don't think that some of the secrecy of the grand jury proceeding should have been stripped as Prosecutor McGinty did in this situation. Because it doesn't matter. The fact is that you still have the law. You still have Supreme Court precedent which states that you have to put yourself in the officer's shoes at the time of the shooting. There's no second guessing. There's no looking at the facts after the situation occurred, after the shooting occurred. And so when you're stuck within that limited time frame, and you can only look at those circumstances, you are going to have a result like this. So the issue is it the grand jury proceeding or is it the law?
Right. I think that was almost going to be my follow-up
question. And the facts that you have that supported the law in this situation.
So given what you just said, Evangeline, what is the likelihood that these officers could see some sort of additional charges or some kind of punishment?
Well, in my opinion, I don't think you're going to see any administrative charges in this situation. However, as you're aware, the Rice family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit. And here, the burden is much lower than in a criminal trial. And so what I do think you will see, you have the wrongful death lawsuit that's filed against the police officers, the city of Cleveland, the Cleveland Police Department, the dispatchers, the 911 operators, and city of Cleveland employees. There's also the issue of how long it took for people to respond to Tamir Rice after he was shot. So I do think you will see a settlement, or you will see the family prevail at trial in a wrongful death lawsuit.
So, but don't you think that the fact that they weren't indicted will have an impact on their ability to move forward in a wrongful death lawsuit, or is that
not at all,
separate?
not at all, because the evidentiary standard is basically a preponderance of the evidence, which is a lower standard that is used in a criminal trial. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt. And in this situation, you're going to see salient factors such as Lohman, the police officer who fired the shots, his problematic work history. Remember, he left the Independence, which is a suburb of Cleveland, their police department after it has been reported they found out that he was about to be fired. So that's going to come on in. His reviews while he was employed by the Independence Police Department is also going to come in. The misinformation that was provided in this situation is going to come in as well.
Well, clearly this is not over. This conversation is not over. Who knows, he might have you back again. Attorney Evangeline Gomez, thank you very much.
Thank you.